Hey guys, so you did just get ready with me. This is my snack jar. I'm going to use this for my laptop to sit on so it's a little bit higher. There we go. So today what we're going to cover is Emmanuel Haro. I think that's his last name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. This is really good to drink if you're on a health binge. What I'm going to do is I very briefly heard about this story. I don't know the details. The only thing that I know is like kind of what's on here. And this is explaining that mom said that she went to a store to have the little boy changed, and I cannot wait to get into this story. She claims, and I'm going to play the interview too. So we're going to do like a whole breakdown on this case, and I'm going to look totally into it now. I didn't get to look into it earlier, but it was supposedly said, and I quote this only because I don't know that it's accurate. I don't know that it's factual. That she was at a store, she was changing the baby, somebody came up behind her, punched her in the face, and took the kid. So we're going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to give you my full, raw, uncut feelings on this and my reaction to this. Let me just make it clear. It is not funny that this little boy is missing. He is only 7 months old, I think. However, I'm cracking up at the fact that this parent thought that she can come up with this elaborate story and just get away with it. Like, there's something in me already that's telling me that there's just total falsifying these reports. So I just want to see if this is really what I'm picking up on, you know, and we'll go from there. I always have to prepare myself before watching these videos, but we're going to get into it. This is so fresh. I don't want to miss out on this opportunity to do a reading before he's found. I like to do it before the person is found. That way we can go back and check my credibility.
And high important for Rick Chambers. Now at 10 o'clock, where is baby Emmanuel? It has been over 48 hours since anyone has seen the 7-month-old who was reported missing by his mother in San Bernardino County.
And tonight, investigators saying they cannot rule out foul play in his disappearance. The boy's mother says that she was attacked Thursday in the parking lot of a Big Five in Yucaipa, and that the attacker took off with her baby.
Now deputies say there are inconsistencies with her account of what happened. KTLA5 Sarah Welsh joins us live in San Bernardino with the latest on this story. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Clark, good evening. Investigators say when they confronted Rebecca Haro about inconsistencies within her initial statement that she refused to continue any questioning. And tonight, the grandmother has confirmed to us, claims she was struck in the face but wasn't able to get a look at who did and knocking her out cold.
I was gonna get the diaper and somebody said, hola.
Give our son back, please.
With investigators and has lawyered up just
Please
hours
forgive
after they
me,
made
God.
that desperate
Please forgive me.
public plea for their son's safe return.
It's just a baby. Just give our son back, please.
I'm gonna stop right here, okay? And this is what I'm gonna say. For y'all who know me, you're gonna know what I'm talking about, okay? This bitch is lying out of her ass. She says that she had to go change her 7-month-old baby. She was at a gas station or something. She pulled up. I don't care where it was at. She said she was somewhere. She pulled up. She went to go change the baby in the back seat. The next thing that she explains is that she hears hola, and somebody comes up and hits her and takes her baby. This is what I read on Facebook. I haven't heard it out of her mouth yet. When I do hear it out of her mouth, then I'll know it's confirmed. But let me just say, whoever wrote that on Facebook, I don't know if it's their fakeness or her fakeness. Can I just say something real quick? Okay. This is not on no racist shit at all. Y'all know I got a mixed family. I got every race in my family, realistically, okay? And of course, that's what some people say when they're being racist, but you're gonna see what I'm saying. Ma'am. So you mean to tell, let me explain something real quick, okay? For her to say hola, oh, they said hola, and then they hit me in the face and they took my baby. Ma'am, what Mexicans do you know are just stealing babies? They come in groups, okay? When they're at gas stations, they're working, they're going to construction, baby. They is going to work. They come in different groups. They may say, hola, they want to mess with you, girl. They're not going to come up and attack you and punch you in the face and take your baby. So you mean to tell me you saw one stray? You saw one Spanish person, you just saw one person all by themselves who was out for you and your child, and specifically wanted to risk their freedom to steal your baby that they didn't know that you had until they walked up to you while you were at the car. No, ma'am. I'm not believing that. Okay. And here's another thing. I know there's some people who's going to be like, oh, what about Mexican cartel? We're not talking about that. She is not in Mexico right now. Is she in Mexico? Let me just check myself. Let me fact check myself real quick. I know she ain't in Canada. She better not be in Canada. And y'all want to tell me about Mexican cartel. Baby, this is not that. Nobody is going to hola and just walk up to somebody and then take their baby. No. If he's going to say something, he's going to holler at you at the car. He's going to holler at you at his car. Hola, ¿cómo estás? And if you ain't feeling him, he's going to go about his way. When have we ever seen, just being realistic, when have we ever seen a Mexican person be mean at a gas station or pissed off? And if you say that you have, whatever, that's you. I have never seen this ever in my life. All of the Spanish people that I have come across, they are very family oriented. They are very loving. They are very caring. If they've seen some shit go down, they're going to involve themselves, unless, you know, of course it was like not pertaining to them. But if it was regarding a baby being stolen, they're going to jump in. They're going to do what they got to do to help you. These people are very family oriented, and I'm tired of people doing this. I'm so irritated with some people who will just try to blame it on another race. Oh, they were Spanish. They said, hola, and they stole my baby. Oh, it was a black person. They came up and just knocked me out and they took my baby. No, nobody did that. The only person who was knocking this lady out is her man. So let's just be real. I'm so irritated with this lady already. And this is the reason why I'm very irritated, is because you don't ever put no man above your child. This little boy is missing because obviously something detrimental or fatal happened to him. So this would let me know that she's trying to cover up for her man. I'm gonna look up this area too, just so I want to be fair. Get out of here. She's in California. Ma'am, you're in California. You are not in Mexico where there are cartel people. And I don't even like speaking on that, because even them people, I don't want to speak on that at all. I'm not going to comment on that. That's not my business. You're not in another state or country. You're in California. When do you see a single mean Mexican or a Spanish person out to prey on you and your kid? It's unlikely. It's very unlikely. It's just little to none. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just get that out of the way. Bye. And if you're
a 7-month-old,
let me just stop. I'm gonna go to her interview because I want to make sure that this is what she's saying.
Where is baby Emmanuel? It's been nearly 48 hours since anyone has seen the 7-month-old who was reported missing by his mother in San Bernardino County. And tonight, investigators saying they cannot rule out foul play in his disappearance. This is a KTLA 5 News at 6:30. I'm Kareen Winter.
And hi there, I'm Courtney Farrell in tonight for Rick Chambers. The boy's mother says she was attacked Thursday in the parking lot of a Big Five in Yucaipa, and that the attacker took off with her baby.
And now deputies say there are inconsistencies with her account of what happened. KTLA's Sarah Welch is live in Yucaipa.
The likeliness of this happening, I'm not going to say it is impossible. It's very much little to none. It's little to none.
Tell us.
I want to be out here talking all this shit if I felt like it was true.
Kareen Court, good evening. And as you said, that's why investigators now say they cannot rule out foul play in this case.
Let's fast forward.
For their son's safe return.
It's just a baby. Just give our son back, please.
My mama always told me if I don't got nothing nice to say that I shouldn't say nothing. But honestly, I'm not listening to my mama today. Sir. These is fake tears, bruh. Where do I see? I don't see no tears coming out your face. I don't see no real wetness. And this girl look like she on goddamn drugs. She looks like she is so out of there. He's just a baby. So who y'all telling that to us for? Why y'all telling that to us? We know that. So that's up to y'all. Y'all are speaking from your consciousness. What did y'all do to the baby? Because it ain't none of us. And don't be blaming it on the Mexican people, baby. They ain't have shit to do with it. So let's see what's really going on. If y'all tell me that you see their reaction and that they're being sincere, get the fuck off my page. That's sincere?
Jacob and Rebecca Haro told media that someone kidnapped baby Emmanuel from the Big 5 parking lot. Jacob and Rebecca Haro told media that someone kidnapped baby Emmanuel from the Big 5 parking lot in Yucaipa. Rebecca Haro says she came here with the baby Thursday evening to buy a mouth guard for her stepson, and before she went in the store, she claims she began changing her baby's diaper in the vehicle when someone came up behind her, said hola, and then knocked her out cold. And she said when she came to, she said her baby was gone. She also said she could not provide a description of who hit her. There are no...
This girl got 2 black eyes. And they look like they're recovering black eyes. This isn't something that just happened, because it's not like it's very inflamed. It's barely like, it shows blackness and it shows like the yellowish. That means that it has already been this has already happened. Okay, this is days ago, baby. Who are you fooling, honey? Because who are you fooling? Anyway. You mean to tell me this man punched you in your eye, both eyes? Because in order to hit somebody in their eye, you got to be facing them. Unless somebody comes up behind you and just mollywops your ass. No, this is face to face, and you can't tell me you don't know what this person looked like? Girl, you got my eyelash sticking to my eyebrow. Don't play. Who is you fooling? Like, are you that bad on drugs that you think that you fooling everybody in the world? No. And I'm so attitude filled because this bitch really is trying to put something like this on somebody else, knowing damn well. Look at her reactions. Please tell me. And if you think that she's being realistic here and that he's crying real tears, get off my page right now.
Baby, just give her some back, please.
Jacob and Rebecca Haro told media that someone kidnapped baby Emmanuel from the Big 5 parking lot in Yucaipa. Cameras here in...
This is the type of people that piss me off.
Front of the store, pointing toward the parking space she would...
She's been without her baby since yesterday. A couple were just...
Here go to grandma. Please don't get me... Please don't make me get on grandma.
That couple were just home.
Ma'am, I cannot hear you. You are slurring. Can you please talk a little bit more clearer? Is everybody on drugs here? Or is there anybody who is reasonable and truly grieving about this baby? Because the mama have her eyes closed. Even the daddy got his eyes... The grandma like this... Nobody is realistically speaking. Nobody is clearly speaking. Nobody is in reality right now. I don't know what reality they are in, but baby, you're not in this reality where your baby went missing. Y'all know what happened to that baby. Stop playing.
Without her baby since yesterday afternoon. If you have my grandson, please give it to his mom. She's going crazy.
She's going crazy because she knows what happened. Ma'am, you is about 75 years old. Let's be real. You have 75 years of wisdom and education. Some people might look at this video and be like, oh, she being hard. She full of attitude. You damn right. Because when I know something in my heart and when I know something in my gut, I'm going to speak on it. And this shit is wrong. There's something going on with this little boy. And all three of these parents, the grandparents, the mama, the daddy, the grandma, they all failed this little boy. And then for her to sit here and, oh, the mama's going crazy. Duh. Yeah, she going crazy. She looks like she's medicated as hell right now. About my baby. Like, girl, you know damn well what happened to that baby. Your eye is healing. Your eye is not swollen. Your eye is not a fresh wound. But I'm going to keep going.
Please have mercy on her.
I know she ain't asked us for mercy. You going to have to ask that to God. Okay? Because I hate to break it to you. Every one of us on this planet including myself, we all face judgment of others, right? And we can sit here and say, just like I've said myself, only God could judge me because only God can judge me, okay? I know that I'm not the best person, but baby, I never did no shit like this. So the only person that you should be asking for mercy to have on her ass is God, because us people here, we not having it. The people on planet Earth, we not having it. We're going to call it out as we see it. Keep it moving.
She also told us that her daughter and son-in-law were questioned by investigators yesterday at least twice, and she said the couple were shown a video during that questioning, and that video upset her daughter. We asked the grandmother what that video was, and she just told us that she didn't know. Investigators say after interviewing Rebecca Haro, she was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement.
I would like to know, here's the good question. Wait, let me just rewind. I want to hear and make sure I'm...
Consistencies in her initial statement. Haro, she was confronted with... She just told us that she didn't know. And mother, what that video was, and that video upset her daughter. We asked the grandmother what that video was, and she just...
So the police showed Rebecca, which is the mama, a video, and it upset her. They asked the grandmother what could have been upsetting to the daughter, and she says, I don't know. So this would let me know that this is the mom's mama. This is mom's mom, because I was kind of trying to figure out whose mama is this, whose grandma. I know that this is the grandmother of Emmanuel, but whose mother is this, the mama or the daddy? If somebody don't, this is not going to end well for nobody.
No. Investigators say after interviewing Rebecca Haro, she was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement, and then declined, investigators say, to continue with the interview.
Look at this baby. He is 7 months old. That baby is 7 months old. What can a 7-month-old do that is so bad to end up missing? Because I'm going to be real with you. Nobody stole this baby. Nobody kidnapped this baby. None at all. Okay? Just so we're clear about that. So where the baby at? Logic would say, okay, maybe they're faking the missing child for money, for views, for attention, but we're going to rule that out. That's not possible at this point. This child looks severely, he has disabilities of some sort. He has to have a disability of some sort. And even if he doesn't, at 7 months old, he can't just walk outside and run away. This isn't like a 3 to 5 year old. This isn't someone that can just wander off. Baby, he's not even walking yet. He's maybe crawling. But at 7 months old, probably not even that. He's just learning how to sit up. So this shit is, there's something going on here that is involving the mama, the dada, or the grandma. So they need to tell the truth, bitch, because at the end of the day, this is a very small child. And I don't understand how people can be quiet when it comes to small children. Keep it moving.
Interview. Now, we did reach out to San Bernardino County investigators for clarification on this. At this point, they tell us they put out a simple statement and said they are not taking any further questions today.
And also, let me just say this too. Law enforcement do not play about children. I don't care how many of you guys want to be like, oh, law enforcement don't do their job. Yes, they do. They may slack in some areas, but when it comes to children, you got to give them where it's due. You got to give them that credit, because they do make sure that they do their job thoroughly. They do not play about these little ones being missing. Some of y'all will be like, oh, they're into human trafficking. Just like, cut the shit right now, okay? Where is my cat hissing? You leave her alone. You better leave her alone. Sonny. She's not feeling good. She might get birds. Stop. But this is the thing. The police do care about children. If anything, that is where they're going to invest their time and their investigations on. If they seen any evidence, and let me just also say this. They are experts when it comes to reading body language. They can tell you if you have a conversation with them. Let me just say this, because there's some of you guys who just don't even. You better leave her alone, Sonny. Leave her alone. He's such an asshole. Look at him. He's over there fighting with my pregnant cat. whether you want to believe it or not, law enforcement is very educated. This is what they are trained to do. They are very educated when it comes to reading body language. With one conversation, if you sit there and have an interview with them, they can know anything about you. This is some things that some people are naive to, and I don't even know if that I should be speaking on this, but it's true. They can know your deepest, darkest secrets. They can know what you did, when you did it, within one conversation, because that's what they're trained to do. It's not just our body language. It's the words that come out of our mouth. They can read in between the lines. Believe me or not, but that's the fact. If they felt like her story was credible in any way, shape, or form, if they seen through her words, through her actions, they can tell you to replay the tapes, bitch. They can tell you, repeat to me what happened. And as you think that you're just explaining to them, or you think you're outsmarting them, you think that you're telling them, oh, this happened. Even if you're telling the truth, let's just slow down for a minute. Let's say if we're telling them the truth as to a story, what happened, right? They're watching you, and they get to, as a third person, they get to see exactly what you're talking about. And if there's no evidence when you're lying that there was a kidnapper, they spot that like this. Some of y'all will be like, this bitch don't know what she's talking about. Okay. Okay. Think that I don't know what I'm talking about. I know a whole lot behind the scenes that y'all don't think that I know. I'm not allowed to speak on everything, but this is what I am going to speak on. They can catch your ass in a lie very quickly. That goes for me too. I am not unscathed. Okay? So the people who try to lie like this person, this is the biggest kind of situation that they're going to look deep into when it comes to children. You can lie about, yeah, I don't sell drugs, da, 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 and they'll be able to know when the last time you served somebody. They're not worried about them type of people unless you're a kingpin. This case, they are every little increment. They are interviewing and evaluating. That's why it's called an interview and an evaluation. When you educate yourself more about this, y'all will know. For somebody who does know she's lying, and he's going, whoever is interviewing this girl, whether it's a man, a woman, they're going to see and check their cameras. When I say cameras, they're gonna check your ass, bitch. They're gonna check your behaviors, your everything, all from your story from A to Z. They're gonna make sure everything that you're telling is the truth. And if you're telling the truth, they would have been came out and said, there was a potential suspect. He looked like this, here's his description. Even if they had no description, which is very unlikely. If somebody punches you in the face, that means you're facing them. That means that they had enough time to squabble up. So you should have been able to see. You talking about he said hola. You was facing your car changing your baby. How in the hell did he give you 2 black eyes? Unless he turned your ass around and squabbled up. Like, let's just be real. I should be in these interview rooms because, baby, I can get somebody to break real quick. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But anyway, it's true. They know when you're lying and when you're not. And if they felt like there was any credibility to what she's saying right now, talking about hola, and there was somebody who da-da-da-da-da, they would have been had something out. Hey, the public needs to be aware of this. The community needs to be safe right now. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide everybody. Hide everybody. But that's not the case. They're saying that they're unable to rule out foul play, but they're not saying that this is a clear indication like, baby, we know that you lying. We know that there was foul play, but it wasn't how you said it was. You two are suspects. And if you're watching this video, y'all are suspects. Baby, it's not nobody else who they're looking at but y'all. Only 2 of y'all. Maybe even grandma. But that's it. Y'all finna go to jail. Y'all finna go to jail today. And I surely do believe that. I believe in the next few days, by, what is today? It's Sunday. Ooh, I give it by Wednesday or Thursday. I give it by Wednesday or Thursday. Y'all finna go to jail. And there's gonna be somebody who tells or something, whether you tell, whether they find out, but they're going to know. They're dissecting everything that you told them right now. Everything that you spoke to about them in the interview, they are dissecting, and baby, they is looking into. Right now, there's probably searches that you don't know about because they done found areas through your interview. But anyway, I ain't here to help y'all. Y'all should have did it. Whoever did it, y'all shouldn't have did it. This girl looks so ugly when she cried too. And I know I sound so mean, and I don't care, because when I know in my heart that they're lying, and like, girl, how you gonna be up here crying to us and expect us to give you sympathy? I ain't giving nobody sympathy. I'm giving that baby sympathy.
7-month-old Emmanuel,
that's it.
His parents,
he's 7 months old. He
Rebecca.
don't know how to fight. He don't know how to defend himself. The only person who can change him, feed him, bathe him, make sure that he got everything that he needs are y'all two. And this is concerning. That's between y'all two. That's very concerning. So you want me to have sympathy, and you want me to look at you crying up here, doing a fake cry, and you want me to be like, oh, I feel so bad for her. Girl, no. The only times that I feel bad for people is when I know that they're authentic and that their children really did go missing and that there is a real situation going on. I'm looking at y'all two and I think y'all look like clowns. Y'all look like goofs right now. Like, want me to have sympathy for y'all. Where's the sympathy for the 7-month-old? Where is your baby? What happened? I have a big concern that one of them got very impatient and might have had. Now here's the only sympathy that I will give, okay? I'm telling you, this is the only increment that you're gonna get from me, and I'm laughing at you at the same time while I say it, is that if your child does have disabilities, there's nothing funny about that. These children are very high maintenance. There are things that may require a lot of patience, and if you didn't have that, I sympathize with you that you had to take care of a child that did have severe disabilities, or that you weren't able to handle it. Maybe you had postpartum. Maybe there was something going on. That's the only sympathy you're gonna get from me. Other than that, go bring your baby. There's resources. Go bring your baby. There's a grandma. Ask for help. Go get therapy. Some people be like, that's more easier said than done. If you're gonna defend this lady in this situation, get your arms off my page. And not only that, get out my face, because I will hurt your feelings too. I will bring you down. I'm very irritated, and I know that I sound mean, but I don't care, because there's a 7-month-old who is missing and who likely was harmed and fatally, probably murdered due to this situation. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll come on here and apologize, but I don't feel that I'm wrong. There's something in my heart that's telling me that I am right, and that somebody lost their patience with this child. Somebody was neglecting this child, abandoning this child. They were on drugs. They're still on drugs. Look at their interview. They're like this. Baby, do I need to compare you guys to real parents who lost their children, who went missing? Anaya, what's her name? Anaya, I can't even remember her name right now. Let's go look at that mama's interview. Go look at her mom. Somebody who is very much sober and in pain. We know the difference, okay? Oh, she might be on medication because she got hit in the face. Do I need to get on YouTube? I'm just saying.
Haro say someone kidnapped their baby
Tell me
outside
this lady
this
ain't on
big five
drugs.
in Yucaipa after assaulting
rewind
Rebecca
this.
Haro and knocking her out cold.
I was gonna get the diaper and somebody said hola. And I didn't see nothing since. I woke up right here on the floor. And I didn't see Emmanuel.
Haro says she was parked in front of the store about...
Let me just do something because I want to be fair. I feel like an asshole a little bit, but I want to be fair. He went missing 3 days ago. He vanished from a Big 5 sporting goods parking lot. Girl, what gets me is the hola. Don't be putting this on these people. Rebecca Haro. It looks like your man whooped your ass and you didn't know how to fight back for yourself, because bitch, ain't nobody gonna touch me like that. I'm gonna knock the skin right off of their head, baby. And that's what you should have did. You should have fought for yourself, and not only for yourself, but for your damn baby. And you should have called them motherfucking police. Y'all want to sit here and tell me that this lady... Come on, man. Please. Don't care.
I got up. I couldn't find my son.
A 7-month-old baby boy was reportedly kidnapped.
So at this residence, or not this residence, but at this company, there's no cameras. So
Fell on the floor, and I said as I got up, I couldn't find my son.
A 7-month-old baby boy was reportedly kidnapped right out of this Big 5 parking lot. This is 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, one of 5 children in this family from Cabazon, reportedly kidnapped last night in Yucaipa. Now, his mom told me that they were here last night at a nearby football stadium in Yucaipa with the other kids playing youth football, and she had to run down here to Big 5 to buy some equipment for her stepson, specifically a mouth guard. When she got here to the parking lot, she says that's when she noticed her 7-month-old's diaper needed to be changed. So she says she got out of her truck, went around to the back, and laid him down on the seat to change his diaper when she was attacked from behind.
I got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white. And a hearing sound, I fell on the floor. And
what she's describing to us right now, this is why I'm not going to laugh at her in this point. Because this lady has been abused, okay? I criticized her for the first 30 minutes of this video because that's what she deserved. Regardless, you're supposed to defend your child. But what's not funny is the way that she's describing this, how she was on the floor. She was obviously abused, okay? She has 2 black eyes. There was obviously somebody who did hurt her. I don't believe it was any random person. I believe it was the same man that she's laying down with and that she's defending. There's a difference if you are a victim, and who knows? I want to just, here's the other side of me coming out. Maybe she got her ass beat because she was defending her baby. At the end of the day, you're still defending this man by not telling the police what really happened. Tell on him. He beat me. He did something to our baby. Arrest him. And whatever else happens after this will happen. But instead, she's claiming that somebody randomly came up to her in the middle of the day, risked their freedom, beat her up, took the baby in public at a store parking lot, and she hasn't seen him since. She's wrong. Okay? I don't care how much fear you got of this man. These interviewers, they separate you for interviews. They put you in that room and him in that room. You had every opportunity to tell them what happened. You had every opportunity to say, yes, I do know what happened. I'm so scared. As you can see, I got my ass beat and something happened to my baby. But instead, she's up here saying she don't know who this person is. You get no cool points for that. You don't get no sympathy for that. Do I have sympathy for you for whatever you went through? Yes, but no. Because you haven't told what happened. This is no longer just involving you as an individual. This is involving your baby. If it was a situation where there was no child involved, girl, I would be in your corner tearing his ass up. But the fact that your baby is missing and he's only 7 months old, he cannot defend himself. There is nothing that he could do for himself to protect himself. And let's say you did try to protect him and something went horribly wrong. You need a tattletale. You need to snitch. For those who will be like, oh, she's a snitch, then you're a bitch. Because when it involves children, there's no such thing as snitching. It's one thing to tell on somebody who's selling drugs or fighting, doing whatever. But it's a whole nother thing when your child is involved. As a mama bear, you go any lengths that you need to for your child.
and I saw white. And hearing sound, I fell on the floor, and I said as I
She's
got
dealing
up,
with some pain. She's dealing with pain. This is why I hate putting my 2 cents in. You know, I say everything that I need to say, and then I feel really bad afterwards. But there's some things that you have to turn the other eye on and stop feeling sympathy if they can't even feel sympathy for their own child. Because baby, I'm gonna go all out over mine. I'm gonna go all out. Okay, I'm gonna turn into a psychopath about my babies. Point blank, period. That goes even against anybody in this house. Not that I have to, ever, because my husband is the same way. But if I had to go against him about my babies, you damn right. And he would too. That's what a real man and a real woman would do. I'm not discrediting that she may have tried, but right now is your chance. This is your chance to get out. This is your chance to do what's right. This is your chance to tell and to have justice at the least and closure for your baby. Imagine what kind of life that you would have now if you told the truth. Let's look at both options. If you don't say anything, you're just gonna probably end up in jail, because they're not going to let this go, okay? And you're covering up for him. Let's just hypothetically say that you don't get caught. What, are you gonna live with this guy forever? You're gonna want to be with him? I don't care if you have kids with him or not. Look what he did. Or you speak your truth. You tell what happened. Do you know the millions of people that will be there to support you? And not only financially, because they would financially, GoFundMe, emotionally, they would make sure that you and all of your children have the best life. When communities come together, they come together. Baby, they come together. There is nothing more powerful than communities coming together. Which option sounds better for you? Number 1 or number 2?
I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck, and I ran into Big 5, and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said no. It was a happy boy. He smiled.
Whoever took our son, please give him back.
The search for this 7-month-old baby boy continues. Police and the family desperate to find out where he is.
Hello everyone, so today
I fell on the floor, and I said as I got up, I couldn't find my son.
A 7-month-old baby boy was reported.
Alright guys, so some more information has come out in the Emmanuel Haro case out of California. The child is still missing, however we are getting a lot more details pertaining to his disappearance by way of his father's sister.
She felt like a tap on her shoulder. She turned around and all she heard was Ola. And before she could even see this person, acknowledge this person, whatever the case may be, he socked her in the face, and she ended up blacking out. He knocked her out, and she fell to the floor. And next thing you know is she came to. She woke up. She was looking around for the baby. The baby was gone. My brother told me that he had realized that his wife wasn't back, because by that time it was already 8 o'clock and she had left around 7, and And
Stop. She left around 7 to go get a mouth guard, which was not far at all from where they were at playing. He got concerned because it's been an hour with no call. So I know y'all like, I know that you're not trying to play like this girl was knocked out unconscious for an hour. Please don't play with me like that. Y'all ever been in a fight? Have y'all ever been knocked out before? Or like dazed? It takes a couple seconds, maybe minutes. Maybe minutes. I give 10 minutes. Not no damn hour. It do not take an hour to wake back up and realize that your baby is gone. Not to mention that this is in a public area. It's in a parking place. So for a whole hour that she was supposedly unconscious, nobody knew or seen her on the floor. Because it's not like he put her back in her car. You guys. You guys. Be for real. I'm not even trying to hurt nobody's feelings. Okay? And I'm not trying to come at you, ma'am. But we got to make this make sense. And it's not making sense. This lady was not knocked out for an hour. I do have questions. Was this after or before? Stop. Because she says that when she first pulled in to go get a mouth guard, she realized that her baby went to the bathroom and she was changing him. So that means before she even got in the store, she had to change his diaper. And this happened. So she was knocked out for a whole hour. Nobody in the store seen nothing. Nobody in the parking lot seen nothing. How convenient. The baby's not on camera. It's so convenient and it's so staged that it's unreal. It's making me really pissed off and like my stomach hurting, because I know y'all not about to try to make it seem like, oh, you're gonna go get a mouth guard. This sounds like they already conjured this up before it happened. I'm gonna keep listening just for the hell of it.
He said that he ended up calling her.
I don't even think she believes this story, by the way.
The phone and she was hysterical.
I'm not coming at this lady, just to be clear. She's repeating what she was told. I don't even think she believes it.
I didn't even understand her, so the police had took the phone from her and told my brother what had transpired.
So obviously this is a little bit different than what we heard Rebecca say the other day, which was that she was trying to change Emmanuel and someone said Ola, she heard them, and then someone attacked her from the back, we thought. But now we're hearing that someone apparently tapped her on the shoulder, and then when she turned around, before she could turn around to see who was standing there, they had like punched her in the eye. The family has acknowledged that there were no
Did they hit her twice
in
or
that
once?
specific parking lot where she was, and we're also hearing that nobody actually witnessed this at all. I also noticed that Emmanuel's aunt said that Rebecca and Emmanuel had apparently left where Jake was around 7, but he wasn't reported missing until 7:47, so that's 47 minutes of space. Could she have been passed out for that long? I mean, who knows? We also know, like I said, she did call authorities at 7:47 to report Emmanuel missing. She never calls Jake, though, to tell him what's going on.
Baby, that's what's so weird, okay? Why not call your man? Why not call your husband? After you call the police, you should, babe, you won't believe what just happened to me. This man just came up, he beat me, he hit me, he took our baby. Like, you need to get over here right now. Where's the panic? Why wouldn't you do that? That's your man, that's your husband. You look at him for protection. Of course you call the police because they're number one. They're gonna find that baby. But your man, baby, this is his kid. Baby, I don't know what y'all got going on, but my husband knows if any little inconvenience happens in my life, ring, ring, and he gonna fix the problem. Okay, maybe not in this situation, but he's gonna pull the fuck up and he's gonna be there for his baby.
call her and ask her what's going on around 8 o'clock. Was she frantic? Was she not thinking clearly? I mean, you would think that after she calls authorities, she would immediately call her husband, but she doesn't. Now, there's actually people online saying that this bruise that Rebecca has on her eye does not look like a fresh bruise. Remember, this incident happened on the 14th, so that was 2 days ago. She was interviewed literally the next day after Emmanuel went missing.
Look at this lady's eyes. It's 2 of them. So did he hit you twice? Y'all look this lady up and you tell me what you think. I have been hit before. Okay, I've been in fights. And that's not the first day. That is not the second day or the third day. The first day, it's red and it's bruised. It's swollen. The second day, it's bruised. It's black, blue, and purple. That goes on until about 5 days. 6 and 7 days, we're looking at yellow, orange, brown. That's what this is like. In these kind of cases, this is what irritates me the most, is that some people just think that they are out smarter than the police and that they just can get away with this type of shit. Like, the police, investigators, nurses, hospitals, they know if a bruise is on day 1 or day 7. They know if a bruise is on day 10 or 14. So who are you trying to fool? Girl, I hope that you see this video. I really do. And hopefully it brings some sense to your ass, because you're not making too much sense right now. And you're really digging a hole for yourself. This elaborated story, I believe there is some truth to this, but I don't believe that this was a stranger. You get no cool points from a mama like me or other people who are on the internet or in real life that love their children, would go any lengths, and they would tattletale. Don't matter if it's their mama, their daddy, their husband, their damn granny, grandpa. Baby, I'm telling, if you hurt my baby, not only is it up, I might end up going to prison if you hurt my child. Let alone, I'm telling, I'm gonna hurt you and then I'm telling. But whatever, to each their own. I can't even watch this shit no more. I don't even want to. This is so irritating to me. For whoever did make it this far in my video, let me know what your thoughts are. Some people might not be able to handle me when I'm in this type of mood, but I'm only speaking for the victims, and I'm only speaking real shit. If you can't handle it, then you can't handle it, and if you can, well, then you're real like me. You made it this far. Please let me know what your feedback is. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel happened and what your points are in this video. I would love to hear it. And if you have a video of yourself doing something similar, send it over. I'd love to watch it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I love you all. Mwah. And my feelings are, I explained everything intuitively. I explained everything as I was doing this video, but I also do believe that there is going to be a break in this case. These people are very educated. They're very trained in what they do, and that baby will be found nonetheless, and the truth will reveal. Love you all. Aligning with K, guys.